In this video, we're diving into how to file a nonprofit organization using LegalZoom, step by step and in plain English. What's up, everyone? My name's Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you build something that actually matters without getting buried in paperwork or legal jargon. Let's get into it. Why LegalZoom for starting a nonprofit? Now, if you've ever tried to figure out how to start a nonprofit from scratch, you know that it can feel like stepping into a legal maze. Articles of Incorporation, 501c3, tax-exempt status, bylaws, board members, state-specific rules, it's a lot. LegalZoom simplifies the front half of that process. They help you set up the legal structure of your nonprofit so that you can later apply for 501c3 status with the IRS. Now, while LegalZoom doesn't directly submit the IRS application for you by default, they do guide you through the foundational steps that you need to do first. They also partner with other services that can help with the tax-exempt application later if needed. This makes it a great fit for beginners or small teams who don't want to hire a full-blown nonprofit lawyer just to get started. Step by step, filing a nonprofit with LegalZoom. So LegalZoom walks you through a clear guided process. And here's what that journey looks like, start to finish. First things first, go ahead and click the link down in the description, which will bring you to this page right here, where you can go ahead and choose your package through LegalZoom. So if we scroll down, we see that there's 3 different packages to choose from. There's the economy plan at $99 plus state filing fees, the standard plan at $239 plus state filing fees, and the express platinum at $359 plus state filing fees at the time of recording. So for the economy plan, this will get you 10 to 14 days standard processing time. Plus you also get preliminary name clearance, articles of incorporation, filing with your state, the peace of mind review for missing info, discrepancies, and more, plus 1-800 accountant consult to discuss tax saving services. Moving into the standard plan, you get everything in the economy package, plus it'll be 5-day priority processing, so things move a bit quicker. You also get the deluxe founders kit with your formation documents printed on archival paper, plus a personalized binder and notebook. You get corporate minute forms to record formal meetings and actions, and that's the standard plan. For the express plan, you get everything in the standard plan, but you're gonna get 1 to 2 days expedited processing, so this is their fastest service. You also get faster filing of your articles of incorporation with the state, expedited federal tax ID, which is your EIN, delivery of your package 2 to 3 business days after everything is finalized, and you also get a 14-day trial of legal plan subscriptions with unlimited 30-minute attorney consultations about new legal topics. Now, I can't choose this for you, but for this example, I'm gonna go with the economy plan because I don't need it done in 1 to 2 days, even 5 days. The 10 to 14 days is fine and gives me everything I should need. So let's go ahead and click on Get Started. Step 1, choose your state and nonprofit type. Now, right out of the gate, LegalZoom asks where you want to form your nonprofit. Most people pick the state where their organization is located, but some people choose other states for specific reasons like favorable rules or tax treatment. If you're unsure, it's best to stick with your home state. Then you pick what kind of nonprofit you're starting. In most cases, it'll be a public benefit nonprofit, especially if you're aiming for 501c3 tax-exempt status down the line. That's what most charities, educational programs, and community organizations fall under. So I live in California. That's where I would be planning to run this nonprofit. So I'm gonna go ahead and click next. Step 2, name your nonprofit. So next up is the name. LegalZoom helps you check whether your desired name is available in your state. They'll also make sure that it meets state rules. For example, your nonprofit's name usually has to include a term like Inc., Incorporated, Company, or something similar. It can't be too similar to existing business names, and you can't include misleading words like bank if you're not a bank. This is one of the spots where people get stuck trying to DIY things. LegalZoom simplifies that by handling the name check and making sure that you meet your state's rules. So, like it says right here on screen, it says we'll validate your name later. No need to add Inc. And if you're still thinking, you can skip this part and go ahead and decide it later. For this, I'll go ahead and call this Eric's Wish Factory. and we'll go ahead and click next. Step 3, add basic organization info. Now, once your name is good to go, you'll fill in some more basic information after that, like your nonprofit's purpose, the registered office and agent. This is who gets legal notices, mailing address, and this can be the same as the office. So for the purpose statement, keep it simple and broad. LegalZoom gives you examples and templates based on your nonprofit type, so you don't have to overthink it. Just make sure it reflects the mission of your organization. So here you'll see that we have a couple different options to choose from, and they also have this little button right here, this more info, to go ahead and explain these different options a little bit more in depth. For this example, I'm just gonna go ahead and choose charitable, and we'll go ahead and click next. One more time here, and here it's asking if we want our registered agent service. So what a registered agent is if you don't have a registered agent, your address will be on all of this information, and that's public information, which you might not want your address and personal information out there. A registered agent service takes that place for you so that your public information isn't public. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you can go ahead and appoint LegalZoom, or you can appoint a different registered agent. For this example, I'll go ahead and click appoint LegalZoom. Next, it's going to ask if you want help getting an EIN. An EIN is basically like your business's social security number when it comes to things like taxes and payroll. If you need help, LegalZoom can help you for $79. If not, just click no thanks. LegalZoom is also offering some ongoing help here, and you can go ahead and click on select a plan to go ahead and choose those. I'm going to go ahead and click on no thanks for this example. It's going to ask if we need any business licenses and permits for $99. I'll go ahead and click no thanks. And next it's going to ask if you seek tax exempt status. We'll go ahead and click yes. And then it's going to ask if this is a mutual benefit organization. And if you're not sure what that is, they've got this little button here, and it says a mutual benefit nonprofit corporation is formed solely for the benefit of its members. Examples include labor unions, teachers associations, community clubs, and veteran groups. I'm going to go ahead and click no, and we'll click next. Then it's saying, great, we may be able to help. In some cases, we're able to help nonprofits apply for 501c3 tax exempt status with the IRS. They're going to go ahead and check availability, but for this example, I'm just going to go ahead and click no thanks. It's going to ask if we want help getting set up with a Bank of America business bank account with a promo here. We'll go ahead and click no thanks for now. And then it's going to ask our shipping method, whether we want standard, 2-day, or overnight. Go ahead and click standard and click next. So there we have it. For everything that we selected here, we're looking at $138.95, which is a pretty good deal to take all the headache out of that. Now, we're not done yet. Moving on to step 4. Appoint a board of directors. So here's where things start to get real. Every nonprofit needs at least one director, but most states recommend or require 3 or more. This is your board of directors, and they're the people responsible for overseeing your nonprofit. LegalZoom will prompt you to enter their names and roles. Even if you're starting solo, it's a good idea to have a couple of trusted people that you can bring on board. Many states require at least 3 directors who are not related by blood or marriage. You'll also decide who your officers are, typically president, secretary, and treasurer. Sometimes one person can wear multiple hats, especially in small organizations. Step 5, prepare and file your Articles of Incorporation. So this is a legal document that creates your nonprofit in the eyes of the state. LegalZoom drafts it for you based on the information that you entered earlier. They handle the filing with your state's Secretary of State or equivalent office. You don't need to worry about mailing forms or uploading PDFs. LegalZoom submits it electronically or by mail depending on your state's requirements. Once the state approves your articles, your nonprofit is officially formed. Now, what happens after you file? So forming your nonprofit is one step, but to be recognized as 501c3 tax-exempt charity, you still need to apply with the IRS. LegalZoom offers services that can help with this process, but it's not part of the default package. Now, here's what comes next after your formation paperwork is done. Draft your bylaws. Bylaws are your nonprofit's internal rulebook. They lay out how your organization will be run, how often you meet, how decisions get made, how to replace directors, and so on. So LegalZoom provides a bylaws template that you can use, which saves you from having to write it from scratch. Still, it's important to actually read it and tweak anything that doesn't match how you actually plan to run things. Hold your first board meeting. Yep. even if you're just 3 people in a living room. You'll need to hold an official meeting. In this meeting, you approve the bylaws, elect officers if you haven't already, and authorize someone to apply for tax-exempt status. You'll also want to document this meeting with minutes, which is basically just a written summary of what was discussed and decided. Get an EIN, an employer identification number. Like we talked about earlier, this is a social security number for your nonprofit. You'll need it to open a bank account, hire employees, or apply for tax-exempt status. LegalZoom helps you get your EIN in part of the process, or you can apply for free through the IRS site. Apply for 501c3 status. Here's the big one. If your nonprofit plans to raise money, accept tax-deductible donations, or apply for grants, you'll want to apply for 501c3 status with the IRS. This involves filling out Form 1023 or Form 1023EZ, depending on your size and structure. LegalZoom doesn't automatically include this in your nonprofit filing package, but they can refer you to a partner service or walk you through it for an extra fee. FAQs and common questions. Does LegalZoom handle the full 501c3 process? Not by default. They help you form your nonprofit, file Articles of Incorporation, and get you ready for the tax-exempt application. But you'll need to either complete Form 1023 yourself or pay extra for help. Can I file everything without a lawyer? Yes, and that's the point of LegalZoom. Their guided process makes the whole thing feel a lot less intimidating. How long does it take? Now, filing times vary by state, but most get processed within a few weeks. The 501c3 application can take a few months, depending on the IRS workload. Tips for smooth filing. Pick a name that's unique and easy to remember. LegalZoom checks availability, but do your own research too. Have your board lined up early. You'll need their names and info to keep things moving. Use LegalZoom's templates. They offer bylaws, meeting minutes, and other documents to make your life easier. Stay organized. Create a folder for all your nonprofit paperwork. Formation documents, bylaws, EIN letter, board meeting minutes, etc. Don't skip the IRS step. If tax-deductible donations are part of your plan, Form 1023 is a must. Starting a nonprofit sounds big and complicated, but it doesn't have to be. LegalZoom makes the setup process way more beginner-friendly by walking you through each step and handling the state paperwork for you. That said, forming the nonprofit is just the beginning. You still need to apply for tax-exempt status and follow up with the proper bylaws, meetings, and documentation. But don't let that scare you off. If you've got a mission, a plan, and a few people to support it, you're already halfway there. LegalZoom just helps you make it official. Now, if this video helped you feel more confident about launching your nonprofit, then give it a like, subscribe for more no-fluff business breakdowns, and leave your questions down in the comments below. And if you want to get started with LegalZoom, we'll have a link for you down in the description. This is an affiliate link, which means we earn a small commission when you use it at no extra cost to you. These commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using it, we thank you so much in advance. Here on this channel, we make videos dedicated to helping new and existing entrepreneurs get started and succeed in business. So be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.